If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 82 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. It's a season roundup for Season 3, and we were, of course, in the last episode yesterday, able to guarantee ourselves promotion into the Barclays Premier League thanks to a rather nervy last couple of games. If you missed the episode, there's an annotation in the bottom left-hand side of the screen to take you to it, or of course, alternatively, feel free to check the channel page itself or the playlist. But as you can see, we finished second, a single point ahead of QPR, and unfortunately 6 points off Norwich. So for the second season in a row, we have to unfortunately hand over the league title to someone else and go up thanks to a second place finish. We did it in League One last year, we did it in the Championship this year. Unfortunately, in the FA Cup, we didn't really go on too good a run this year, so sadly we weren't overly excited about that, and equally in the League Cup, we didn't go on too good a run this year either. So unfortunately, that is the way of things. But Watford have won promotion to come up to the Barclays Premier League with ourselves and Norwich. So QPR miss out on the playoffs by miss out on the automatic spots by a point, and also go out in the playoffs as well. Bayern Munich won the European Super Cup, as you can see there, with a 5-4 win over Napoli, and we'll change the page again to have a look at the Champions League, and it may have actually frozen on me the same way that it did in the Liverpool career mode. If it has, then I will have to reload the game, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, well, I've tried numerous times and it just keeps crashing on me whenever I try and get to the Champions League or Europa League, final standing. So unfortunately, I can't show you who won the Champions League and who won the Europa League this season, but FIFA is just a broken pile of poop at the current time on Ultimate Team, on Career Mode and everywhere else. So we'll have to deal with that as it is. So let's have a quick look at player stats then for this domestic season. You can see that Fabian Casada topped the league for goals, 25 in total, 3 ahead of both his teammate Kwesi Appiah and Pektamek at QPR. So a really good season for Fabian Casada. He really came good this year. Obviously, the first year we've had him at the side, and I wasn't too sure at the beginning of the season whether it was a decent signing or not. Turns out, fantastic signing, and I'm delighted that he was in at the club. We got any other players in the top 25? I don't think we will do, and in fact we don't. Assist-wise though, Casada gets 9 as well, and Appiah gets 8. So really, we were a two-man team this year. Anyone else of ours in there? No. So we really were a two-man team. Clean sheets, Zabre, our on-loan goalkeeper from Swansea, got 14 and tops those charts. We were actually very well behaved when it came to bookings, etc. So we won't be on either of those boards, but really pleased with that. But it's a fantastic domestic season for us. We got promotion into the BPL. Still really disappointed with the amount of money we got for getting promotion, which was £40,000. But we'll end with a squad report, and then in tomorrow's episode, we'll have a transfer targets video, but I'll also include all of the expectations for the season as well, so that you know exactly where we stand at the start of the BPL season. So we'll end today with a squad report, and then I believe you'll be seeing this Sunday, maybe Saturday. I can't quite remember. I've got 2 or 3 videos recorded at present, and I'm losing track of time. But there's definitely going to be an episode tomorrow, regardless of whether this is Saturday or Sunday, because there's an episode on a Sunday or a Monday. So, regardless of the fact that I'm losing my mind, you will get another episode tomorrow, and that will be a transfer targets episode for the fourth season. Sorry, our first in the Barclays Premier League. But you can see the on-loan goalkeeper Gregor Zabre this year kept 14 clean sheets in all competitions and 34 games played, and actually grew quite nicely. I am tempted to try and get him in on a permanent next year, although we'll have to wait and see what other options are available. I'll actually sort by position here to make it easier, because Stuart Atkinson is growing, but he's still only 17, so I'll probably send him out on loan. Bogo I'll look to sell on just to raise some extra funds, and Andrew Mauer is exactly the same or similar to Stuart Atkinson, but he's been growing quite nicely out on loan actually at Chesterfield. Played 7 games in the FA Cup, kept 2 clean sheets, so he could be one for the future as well if he can grow quite nicely. Defence-wise, Paul Downing is definitely my best defender. As you can see, 1 goal and 15 clean sheets for him in all comps. 74 overall, now valued at almost £3 million. It's only I think he's 3rd highest valued in the club. I'm not entirely too sure. It may even be 2nd. But really, really good stats. So you can see 82 jumping, 73 strength, 74 stand tackle and 72 sliding tackle. And a decent marking and heading accuracy wise as well. So he's very, very solid for us, and will definitely not be going anywhere. Neither will Salah Soliman. He's extremely good in the tackle. The only reason his rating isn't higher is because
some of his other technical stats aren't that good, but his defensive stats, like the marking, the slide tackling, and the stand tackling, and the physical stats, are actually very good. He's actually better than 66 actually gives him credit for, and he got 1 assist and 11 goals in 31 games this season. Really pleased with him. Players like Josh Coulson are going to be... he's probably unhappy because he's not playing. Oh no, he feels he's underpaid. I haven't got any money to pay you, I'm afraid, sorry. So it's board are dealing with players, so maybe the board are actually going to sell him on for me. I wasn't planning on selling him on, just to keep him as a squad player, but we'll have to wait and see what happens when we start the next season. The board may sell him on for me if I am not able to give him a new contract beforehand. But Andy Morozo, he's not the tallest. He's only 5'11", question mark, 5'9" for a centre back. Well, we were 82 jumping. He's decent, and I have played him out wide recently with the injury to Greg Taylor. But as you can see, 20 games played, 9 clean sheets. Okay, he's been a good rotation player for us, and will continue to be so in the next season. Ivan Santalan is my best left back. And obviously we have Greg Taylor as well, who is back now from injury, thankfully. But he's been growing not really too much, actually. Ivan Santalan, I was hoping would grow a little bit more, but he hasn't. So I'm not sure what to do with players like Santalan, who've been fantastic for us to this point. I'm not sure what they're going to be like in the Premier League. It's such a big jump from the Championship to the BPL. It's really just a complete unknown, so we'll have to wait and see. Riku Ring is obviously a very good CDM, and has not had too much first team football for us this season, as you can see, 24 games. But again, he's a good rotation player to have in the squad, and again, undecided as to what his future is. Talking of future, though, our future star, Jenkins Chikowi, is definitely not going anywhere, improving across the board. Such a shame that players like this don't improve physically throughout their entire career, though. It's something that we brought up in the hashtag Change Career Mode movement, and something that will hopefully be fixed for future titles. But he did very well this year. 36 games, 3 goals, 4 assists, 14 clean sheets. And it's just about growing him at the minute, and we'll have to wait and see where he gets to. He can only play right mid, left mid, or left wing, so he can actually do a very good job at centre mid, but he's not supposedly able to play there, so not sure if I actually played him in the middle, whether he'd actually grow a lot, but I could probably get away with playing him in the middle or playing him at cam, and he'd be a very good player. So undecided about where to play him, but he's definitely not going anywhere, put it that way. He's going to be in our first team for the considerable future. Jordan Graham is a player that I was really impressed with this year. Only 20 games played with 2 goals and 4 assists, but really, really good player, and I would be interested in bringing him in on a permanent basis as well. A really good player that I very much enjoyed using, especially with that 89 dribbling as well, and he's got 4-star skill moves, so he's an extremely good player, and genuinely interested in bringing him in for next year permanently. Francisco Senierelli had a good rotation role to play this year, and has been decent for us, and will continue to be, hopefully, in the BPL next season. We'll have to wait and see if we can bring in any other centre mid, like out and out all round centre mids, like Michael Woods. As you can see, he's been okay for us as well this year. Not really growing too much though, neither of them, which is a shame. But still, hopefully we can improve the squad as we head into the next season. It all depends what budget we get, doesn't it? Really, Harrison Dunk is a rotation player and will continue to be for the next season. Lucio Razor, I may have to move on because his stats are starting to drop now. We could probably use that money better elsewhere, unfortunately, although I have really enjoyed using him. But his time at the club may have come to an end. Michael O'Halloran has been decent for us this year. We got him on a pre-contract, didn't we? He's very fast. His dribbling is okay. And he'll do a job for us next season as well. He was keeping Jordan Graham out of the side, not because he was better than Graham, just because he was my player, and I wanted to make sure that I played my guys ahead of loan signings more often than not. But if Jordan Graham was to become a permanent signing, he would definitely have a first team spot ahead of Michael O'Halloran. When it comes to cams, as you can see here, Ryan Donaldson, was there another one? No, Ryan Donaldson is a player that's seen a lot of first team football this year, 36 games, but again, not sure what to do with him. 67 rated, and he's just a very good all-round player, but I really just don't know. It all depends on the budget and what players we can highlight as potential signings for next season. Joe Dunk improved. He was rated 42 to 44, I think, and then we got into May and he took a big jump, so he's now rated at 57. He's the youngster we brought up from the youth side. Hopefully, if we send him out on loan, he can really improve in the first season that he's at the club. And fingers crossed, his physical stats do actually improve as well as his as his technical, because he does have the promise to get to the mid-70s in rating, and that could be very good for us. Christian Pania has been another rotation player. He's not necessarily been happy all season, but I tried to involve with him a little bit more towards the end of the season. It seemed to work quite well, and he's got his morale back up, and of course was doing an okay job for us, but unfortunately Not a first team starter, but mainly because of Jenkins Chikowi. Kwesi Appiah. Don't really need to say much about him, do I? 24 goals in 37 games, definite number one starting striker, and he will continue to start alongside Fabian Casado, who will continue to be our number two starting striker. 25 goals for him in 30 games, so an even better ratio, and 9 assists, whereas Kwesi got 8, so incredible performance from Casado. Really pleased with both of them this season, really dissatisfied with James Wilson this year. 3 goals in 15 games, and he really wasn't any good. It was much better for me on the Man United stream series I did, and unfortunately he wasn't any good. Santiago Bologna, though, is a player I would be interested in bringing in permanently. I really enjoy playing with him, and he got 8 goals in 12. So if we could add Casada, Kwesi and Santiago Bologna as a front three rotation, and then maybe get someone else in and sell on Juan Carlos Arce, who I didn't want at the club anyway, and Tom Elliott as well, who feels he's not getting enough games, but I'd sell him anyway, so hopefully we can move him on and then get in a fourth striker. So we have Kwesi, Casada, Bologna and someone else, and then hopefully we'll get a decent budget for the next season, but time will tell. We'll find out tomorrow. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching and showing your support for this series throughout the entirety of the three seasons so far. The series didn't start off that popular, but it's growing in popularity and getting more views and likes, etc. as we go on episode by episode. So hopefully, as we head into the Barclays Premier League, it will continue to grow in popularity, and fingers crossed you guys will continue to enjoy it. Those of you that have watched it all the way through, thank you very much for doing so. But drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, drop the channel page a check out if you haven't, to check out all of the other stuff that's been going up over the past few days. But for now, I'll see you next time.